don't really want to be here. And I get where you're coming from, my familiar looking friend, because while Disney parks are undoubtedly some of the most fantastic in the world, it is possible to get a little bit Disneyed out, and let's not forget they have become very expensive for the average family. So today I'm going to talk about 10 fantastic and more budget friendly options than Disney that are available to you in Europe instead of visiting Disneyland Paris. And if you'd like to see more videos like this here on the channel, then please subscribe to CoasterWave and check out coasterwave.com for merchandise to help support the channel. So we're going to kick off this list in Germany with Heide Park, which is towards Hamburg. This is actually a Merlin owned theme park. So if you're familiar with the likes of Alton Towers and Chessington and Thorpe Park here in the UK, then you have some idea of what to expect. However, this being a German run park, it is quite different in other ways, and it is actually a very nicely themed and well presented resort. It features many major roller coasters like Crake, Flug der Dämonen and their headline attraction Colossus, which is their giant wooden coaster, but also lots of family friendly attractions too, including intellectual properties like Ghostbusters, with there being a nice Ghostbusters dark ride there too. This is a really nice park to walk around, it's great for families, and I do think it's a park that warrants more than one day given the number of attractions that are there. So it slots in at number 10 on this list. I'll be honest, I was debating between Heide Park and Toverland for this spot. Toverland is in the Netherlands and is another really nice picturesque park, but does maybe lack in attractions like dark rides to make it a more all-round offering. But let me know what you think. Should Toverland have made this list? Comment down below. Day tickets to Heide Park begin from €37 when booked in advance. Up next, I'm going to recommend Walibi Belgium, which unsurprisingly is in Belgium. Walibi Belgium is located just outside of Brussels and features a quite nicely rounded ride offering, including thrill coasters like Conda and Loop Garou, some real family friendly offerings like the brand new Megalodon and Tiki Waka. You can get soaked on water rides like Pulsar, but you've also got some nice dark ride offerings such as Tutankhamun and the very wacky Popcorn. This is a really nicely presented park which is great for all the family, and it is a full resort offering too, as you also have their Aqualibi water park on site as well. Tickets for Walibi Belgium start at €37.80, which is a very specific but quite reasonable price for everything that's on offer there, and quite frankly it's a park I need to get back to very soon myself. For the next park on this list, we are heading to Denmark and the wonderful Djurs Sommerland. And Djurs Sommerland, I absolutely fell in love with this park when I visited in 2024. I think it is almost a perfect complete theme park, with everything ranging from thrilling roller coasters to more family friendly options. You've got the log flumes, you've got thrilling flat rides, and it's all surrounded in marvellous Danish countryside with some nice landscaping, some really nice theming, and just a really nice vibe all around this park. Like I say, it's a park I fell in love with. Its standout attractions are roller coasters Piraten and Juvelen. You also have a fantastic gyro swing, Tiger Run, a log flume that really impressed me as well. And this is just a really nice park. It does lack maybe in a dark ride just to completely round off the lineup, but this is a park that offers just about everything else a family could be looking for. Tickets begin at 325 Danish kroner, which is around £37.50. It's based in the northeast of Denmark, so it's not necessarily the easiest to get to. However, you are positioned around an hour and 20 minutes from Aalborg, which is serviced by an international airport. Next up, I'd like to talk to you about one of my favourite parks in Europe. We're heading to Sweden and the beautiful city of Gothenburg for Liseberg. Now, Liseberg is a perfect city park. It sits up on the hill overlooking the city below. It is full of wonderful attractions, including headline roller coasters like Helix, Valkyria and Boulder. You've got a rabbit land, which is perfect for the kids, with a really fantastical dark ride. You've got just about every type of swinging thrill ride you can think of, and it's just magnificent what they've done with such a small space to integrate so many nice little areas and sections to walk around. It's a park steeped in history too, and it's something that they do lean into. On site you do have their own hotel, the Grand Curiosa, and they are currently still developing their water park Oceana, which is set to open either late this year or early next year. So a great all-round offering, and you've also got a lot of other attractions nearby because you're right in the middle of a major European city. Now, tickets haven't actually been released so far this year, so I can't give you a specific price, but you can expect to pay somewhere between £35 to £40 for a day ticket, which gives you access to all the rides and attractions. However, if you'd like to visit but aren't necessarily a fan of all the big rides and attractions, then you can just get a standard entry ticket too, which doesn't give you access to the various rides. Liseberg is also really well connected. It's walkable from just about anywhere within the city, and from Gothenburg Central Station you can access a whole host of other European cities like Oslo, Copenhagen and Stockholm. So yeah, great park, great location, I love it. And now for perhaps the most obvious Disneyland Paris alternative, we're staying in France for, of course, Parc Asterix, which is only a stone's throw away. Parc Asterix is of course based on the Asterix comics and TV series, so a great park for kids and adults alike. You have thrilling coasters in there like Tutatis and Osiris, and there's also plenty for the younger ones like Pegasus Express, lots of nice little kids rides dotted around the park as well. It's a really nicely themed location too. They really put effort into making all their queue lines and station buildings look really nice and presentable. I think the standout areas are Festival Tutatis and Egypt in particular, but this is just a lovely park to walk around in general. They are continuing to add new attractions all the time as well. They recently opened a new spinning coaster last year. They've got a whole new British area coming in the next couple of years as well. So this is a park that's very exciting to visit. You can get bus there direct from Charles de Gaulle Airport as well, and there is comfortably enough there to warrant at least 2 days. And Parc Asterix do have their own accommodation too if you do choose to stay on site. Day tickets to Parc Asterix begin at €56 per person.
Hi, I'm Michael Gas Farmer, recommending that you give this video a thumbs up, so that Coaster Wave can take over YouTube, the internet, and then the world. Ha 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 ha.
We're heading to Spain next, and if you're a fan of studio style theme parks like Universal Studios, then this one is for you. I am of course talking about Parque Warner on the outskirts of Madrid. Now this is a Warner Brothers theme park, so it is full of Warner Brothers based intellectual properties like DC Comics. So if you've got any Batman or Superman fans in your midst, then they are going to be well catered for here, with plenty of attractions that are right up their alley. You also have Scooby-Doo getting in on the act with his own dark ride, as well as Looney Tunes having their own special area, which is great for kids. Standout attractions here are the likes of Batman Gotham City Escape and Stuntfall, but you also have water rides like Rio Bravo. There are character meet and greets with the likes of Batman and Superman and the Tasmanian Devil. There's some good food options here, and it's just a great all-round, well-presented park. It's located on the outskirts of Madrid, so if you're staying in the main city centre, you will need to get transport out, but there are also plenty of hotels located nearby. One of the big selling points about Parque Warner though is its very reasonable price point. You can get single day tickets for just €32.90, and you can add an extra day on for just €10 more. And believe me, this is a park well worth spending 2 days at, because there is plenty to do and see. I'm a big fan of Parque Warner. I think it sometimes slips under the radar a little bit, but I think it's got a great selection of rides. You've got some nice places to eat. Like I said, there's plenty to do walking around with character meet and greets, parades and that kind of thing. And there's also, depending on the time of year, you're also going to find some like walk-through horror style attractions too. So something here for everyone, and very well deserving of a spot on this list. And we're going to stay in Spain and a full-blown theme park resort that is PortAventura World. This is located in Salou, which is around an hour from Barcelona. You can get direct flights to Barcelona, but also Reus Airport, which is much nearer. So if you can get a flight there, highly recommend that, because then you're only about a 15-minute taxi ride from Salou itself. And this is a park that can be seen for miles around on account of having some truly humongous attractions. The likes of Shambhala and Hurricane Condor in the main PortAventura park, but also next door you have its sister park, Ferrari Land, where you're going to find Red Force, Europe's tallest and fastest roller coaster. They also have their own on-site accommodation and a water park too, so this is somewhere you can feasibly spend a good 2 or 3 days and never be bored of having things to do. Now this is a park that was one day part owned by Universal Studios, and you can see those flourishes in there with some incredible landscaping. The views around the park are fantastic, some really nice kind of sight lines and that sort of thing. You'll find some really impressive shows like Temple del Fuego. You have lots of filler attractions dotted around as well, and you also have intellectual properties like Uncharted, their newest attraction, and a really fine indoor roller coaster for all the family. If there's one criticism of PortAventura, their operations are known to not always be the best, so it is advisable to try and visit on a quieter time of year if that's possible. But in terms of an all-round theme park resort, this is the closest thing you're going to get to having a full kind of holiday experience based based just on one single resort. 2-day, 2-park tickets at PortAventura begin at around €50, which I think is very good value. And randomly, you also have a La Liga bar just outside the entrance to both parks as well. So if you're a football fan, you've got something extra to do there as well. As we head into the last 3 parks in this video, we're getting to the real heavy hitters. We're heading back to Germany and the magnificent Phantasialand. Now Phantasialand, it really is a unique park. It really does feel like its own ecosystem. From the outside, it doesn't look anything special, but once you get inside those walls, you are immersed in the multiple fantastical worlds of Phantasialand. Now the standout attractions here, I think, are actually the themed lands themselves. I'm talking, of course, about Ruckberg, which is this awesome kind of steampunky land based on the works of Charles Lindbergh with its standout roller coaster Fly. You have Klugheim, which is this awesome medieval village that houses Taran and Rake. You've got one of the best log flumes in all of Europe housed in Mexico, known as Chiapas, and an Africa section which really does feel like you're being transported to another place. I think Phantasialand is one of the most immersive theme parks I've ever been to. The attention to detail is on point, no stone is left untouched. So if you're looking for a truly escapist trip away, I can't really recommend anywhere better. If you book right now, you can get day tickets for as low as €29, although my recommendation would be to hold off and visit during Christmas for their exceptional winter trail event, which is truly magical. You have multiple on-site hotels here, including the fantastic Hotel Charles Lindbergh, and this is quite frankly not just one of the best theme parks in Europe, but one of the best in the world. I can't speak much more highly about the amazing Phantasialand. And we're staying in Germany for what has been voted the best theme park in the world for about 8 years running now, and that's Europa Park. This is based near Rust, which is kind of on the French and Swiss border. So you have multiple airports nearby, all based in different countries. You can fly into Basel, you can fly into Strasbourg, you can fly into Basel, and all of them will get you to Europa Park without too much aggravation. Now this is without question a multi-day park. You will really struggle to experience everything Europa Park has to offer in just one day. So I would always recommend 2 or 3 days here, and there are multiple on-site hotels, but you also have lots of local hotels in the area at a much lower price point if that's an option you'd prefer. Now Europa Park is known for its themed lands based around different parts of Europe. Its standout attractions include its brand new roller coaster Voltron, as well as other top tier roller coasters like Wodan, Blue Fire and Silver Star. You have a number of really interesting dark rides like the incredibly impressive Piraten in Batavia and Snorri, which is kind of unique and cutesy, and you have a lot of the other theme park stables with big water rides, rapids, and there's obviously a Disney influence there too. The entrance has got a very Disneyland vibe, and you may notice an attraction that looks suspiciously like the Epcot golf ball as well. This actually houses a Moulin Rouge Can-Can coaster. Europa Park is fantastic for all of the family. It's huge, so there's plenty to explore. There's some wonderful food options, and I think it's very justified in its position as the best theme park in the world. However, I do think there's one park on this list which is the most Disney adjacent, albeit in its own way. But we're going to come to that shortly. The title of World's Best Theme Park does come at a premium though, and you are going to pay in the region of €67 for a single day ticket to the park. However, they do also offer evening tickets as well at a lower price. So if, like me on my last visit, you landed kind of late afternoon but you want to pop in for a few hours, then that's a great option too if you want to make it as kind of a 2.5 or 3.5 day trip. And for the final park on this list, we are going to head somewhere truly magical. We are going to the Netherlands, and it is of course Efteling. Now when I say this is the most Disney adjacent, when people talk about Disneyland alternatives, Efteling is the park that comes up the most, and there's a great reason for that, because this is a truly fantastical place to visit. Visiting Efteling is more like being inside a fairy tale, with themes that are more akin to the likes of Brothers Grimm and the works of Hans Christian Andersen. And this is summed up with a fairy tale forest, which will probably take you a good 2 hours to walk around if you want to see all the various kind of houses and pieces of theming. There are plenty of rides to enjoy at Efteling too, none more so than their fantastic collection of dark rides, including their recent edition of Dance Macabre, the magical Symbolica, the absolutely marvellous Drumvlucht, and of course Fata Morgana, which is a lovely Arabian themed boat ride. But there are plenty of thrills to be had at Efteling too, with its heavy hitting roller coaster collection including Baron 1898, Joris and de Draak, and the marvellous dark ride roller coaster hybrid Vliegende Hollander, which I've probably butchered, so I should probably just call it the Flying Dutchman. Efteling also has a fantastic pagoda, which is a great way to get views across the whole park. There are plenty plenty of nice places to eat, and you also have a wonderful water show out on the lake at the end of the day. They have plenty of on-site accommodation, including their brand new Grand Hotel. There really is no reason you shouldn't be checking out Efteling. It gets its reputation for a reason. In fact, fans of Efteling are very, very defensive of it, and I kind of understand why. It is a magical and unique place. It doesn't rely quite so heavily on intellectual properties, although you will find them if you look close enough. And there probably is no better park if you're looking for a viable alternative to Disney at a much more reasonable price point. Speaking of which, an entrance ticket to Efteling begins at €40, which I think is a very reasonable price for everything that's on offer at this very enchanting resort. Let me know which of these parks is your favourite down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you soon here on Coaster Wave.